I've got the bat signal out or the Glen signal out. I'm looking for some good whiskey. We're going to see if either one of these deliver, but we don't know if they will or not because we don't know what we're drinking. We're completely double blind. Let's get into this matchup and see which one wins.
Welcome to Stuff and Whiskey. I'm Erin.
I'm Josh. Thank you for joining us. I'm also a little hoarse today.
Yes.
That's okay because I can still smell and taste as good as I ever could.
Same as it ever was.
Same as it ever was. Erin is more of a social sipper. I'm more of a whiskey nerd. If you're new here, that's the context we bring to these tastings. And we're less of a whiskey review channel, more of a whiskey reaction channel because we don't know what we're drinking. And our reactions give you the most honest feedback on whatever is in these glasses. So we've drawn this matchup at random from our blind sample pool, full of a bunch of bourbon and rye matchups that have paired together for one reason or another. Could be available versus allocated, expensive versus inexpensive, or just two shelfers that we want to see which one is the better buy.
Before we go, I'm looking at the viscosity. Oh, you messed it up. Look at it. It looks like raindrops on the glass. Like they are sticking. Yeah. The whiskey is sticking to the glass.
Color's nice. The legs are nice. She got legs. Oh,
wow.
I can't. I'm not ready.
You can't.
I cannot. Sorry.
Abort mission.
I apologize. Let's get into the nose. Whoa. Boy. That jumps out at you and grabs you by the nose hairs and throws you around.
Old.
Strong and old. It's got that old man strength.
Oh, I love old man strength. Old man strength.
Wow. This thing is crazy.
This smells really good. Like it smells very mature, but not overly oaky, which we'll wait to see if it tastes overly oaky.
Yeah.
But it smells good.
I'm getting like this really nice, really pretty kind of like banana pudding, banana bread kind of thing going on. A little cherry, little brown sugar and oak.
Brown sugar, definitely getting brown sugar.
Yeah, smells really nice.
Like a warm sweetness.
Cheers.
Okay, that first sip did come across pretty oaky.
Yeah, big oak. You could even call it a little drying, but maybe that's just our palate acclimating to it.
Yeah, we need one more sip.
Boy, the brown sugar and cherry notes come through a lot on the palate.
Is it making your mouth water?
It is. I don't know if you can hear that on the mic. I apologize if you can.
No, I just noticed because you gleeked on the table.
Oh, yeah. Well, when it comes to whiskey, there's a lot of mouth noises and things like that. So, sip number 2.
Yeah, it's oak forward on the front of the palate for me, but then it comes across with some sweetness on the back. Like it's like a dark, warm sweetness. So like dark fruit, dark cherry, plums, kind of rolling around in some brown sugar.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of like it.
I get bright red cherry sweetness. I get dark black cherry sweetness. I get that crazy kind of baking spice thing going on the back of the palate.
I feel like it coats my palate. I need some water.
It does. If you were going to critique it, the critique on that glass is that the oak, while very sweet oak, is a little bit drying. It doesn't zap your palate, but it definitely, you feel the drying oak sensation.
It's definitely there, but I do appreciate that it's not a bright, like young oak.
Yeah.
Sometimes that is even more drying.
Yeah. That glass is good.
It's very good.
Let's get into glass number 2 and see how it compares.
Glass number 2 is high competition now.
I'm super excited for this matchup now because if glass 1 is like that, glass 2 better bring it.
Oh, interesting. This is a different avenue. This is more like caramel, vanilla. I wouldn't say bright, but brighter than the first glass.
It's not jumping out of the glass nearly as much to me. It's way more tame, but it still has depth and richness on the nose. Mm-hmm. Definitely more caramel, toffee.
Toffee, yeah.
A little bit of like almost sugary peanut butter sweetness in there to me too.
Also, it kind of has more of an ethanol presence. Like it kind of singed my nose hairs a little bit.
I got that more on 1, but let's get this on the palate.
Okay.
Everything tracks to me.
Yeah. It's a little watery.
You think so?
Yeah. Maybe let me take another sip because I did cleanse my palate with water.
Okay. Can't trust that first sip. I'm down for one more.
So I am getting, my major flavor note is grape nerds and oak.
Okay. Interesting. I see your grape nerds in there, but to me, it's everything that carried from the palate. Caramel, toffee, light brown sugar.
Interesting. I'm not getting that.
I'm getting that sugary peanut butter note. And then there is a fruity sweetness in there. And I'm not mad at the grape nerds note at all.
Yeah.
It kind of has that like sugary sweet tinge to it.
Yeah.
Lots of oak on this one too.
This one has more presence on the back end though.
Yeah.
It's
got a finish on it.
While this first one was thick, it didn't have like a long finish. It didn't have a short finish. It just had a regular finish. This one has a long finish, and I can feel it kind of tingling.
Yeah. This is going to be really interesting. I think Glass 1 has more sweetness on the palate, but it has that drying oak sensation. Glass 2, a little less sweet on the palate, a little bit more, to me, cohesive. It's not quite as brash up front, but it has a really good finish on Glass 2, though. So
yeah, I feel like Glass 2 might be a little more brash. I think we might be opposite, but we'll see. We're going to take some time, go back and forth, and start with Glass 2 and then go to Glass 1. Take a little more time off camera to really figure out how we feel about these, and then we'll come back and let you know what we think.
Definitely a tough matchup on this one.
Yeah.
Where did you land after spending time with them?
Well, the more I tried them, the harder it became to like really pick a favorite. So I am giving both of these thumbs up. Both of them bring different things to the table, and I like what they have. Like this one smells amazing. It is slightly drying, but there's such a depth of flavor that I'm obsessed with it. The flavor that I'm getting in Glass 1, I love it. Glass 2, the finish is nice and long, which, if you're drinking something, you don't want to, a finish is appreciated. So, I don't know. They both get thumbs up.
And if you had to have another glass of one right now, which one would you take another glass of?
Glass 1.
All right. I would also choose Glass 1. I like them both. Glass 2, and I don't try to guess, but it reminds me so much of something like an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or a Larceny Barrel Proof. It's kind of in that vein of like a Heaven Hill, Jim Beam type of barrel proof bourbon. These both seem like bourbon.
Which means what to someone who might not know?
Maybe a little less on the sweet side, a little more on the nutty side. Like
Gotcha.
a peanut, like I said, that sugary peanut butter sweetness that's present in Glass 2 really stands out, and it's really nice. I'm thumbs up on Glass 2. Glass 1 is a little bit more, like it got more pastry-like the more time I spent with it.
Oh, I love a pastry.
Like a jelly-filled donut type of thing going on with some powdered sugar on top. I really like Glass 1. It's getting a thumbs up as well. I consider going 2 thumbs up on both of these, but that means I have to have them. Do I have to have these? It's close. I really do enjoy both of them a lot.
They are good.
I borderline love them. I like them. So that's where we're at with these two.
If they were to send you a note, say, do you like me, circle yes or no,
I would circle yes. I would circle it twice.
Oh.
And I might put an exclamation point after it.
Scandalous.
All right, so we're going to find out the price and see if that matches up with what we just tasted before we find out what we're drinking. Glass number 1 is number 33.
This is $100.
Awesome. Strong thumbs up. I like that for that price.
Yes.
You're saying thumbs up too?
Well, I want to wait till I tell you the price of Glass 2.
What's the price on glass number 2?
$300.
Yowza.
Yeah.
I may just go ahead and move down to, well.
So, in comparison to each other, because this is a comparison, Glass 1 is getting 2 thumbs up, and Glass 2 is getting just okay. For the price, for $300, I want it to taste a little bit more like Glass 1.
Man.
So the $100 for Glass 1, in my opinion, would be well spent. Because I do feel like, whether it is or isn't, I feel like you're getting an old, well-aged, well-crafted whiskey. Granted, it is a little drying, but if you drink a few more sips, like you kind of get acclimated to the drying nature of it.
You know what I bet? 1 definitely feels younger and sweeter than Glass 2.
Feels younger. It smells so old.
But it tastes younger and sweeter. I bet Glass 2's got age on it, and that's kind of zapping some of the sweetness. That's my best guess for $300. It's probably got proof and age on it. These are both good. I am going to go down to just okay on Glass 2. Now, having tasted it, if I saw it on the shelf for $300, would I buy it? I certainly wouldn't jump at buying it. I would waffle in that decision quite a bit, personally speaking. It's
very good. If all things were equal and the prices were all fair, I would say both of these are great. But when you attach price to it, you've got to put your money where your mouth is, and I would probably not buy Glass 2.
Yeah. So just okay is kind of take it or leave it. I probably would end up taking it. There's probably a reason it's $300. There's probably some special bottle, and if I was saw it on a shelf in front of me in a moment of weakness, I'd probably buy it. But
Fair.
because it is
That's
good,
fair.
it is really good.
It
But
is.
I also think you can get a somewhat comparable experience with Elijah Craig Barrel Proof for less than $100.
Aren't those single barrels?
No, they're batches. Whereas the first glass, I think $100, great on that. I'm gonna still stay a strong thumbs up. I'm not gonna go 2 thumbs up on glass 1.
I went 2 thumbs up. I was feeling a little
I
like,
know it means I gotta have it. I don't have to have it. But it's really good though.
I do feel like I'm saying 2 thumbs up. I think it's delicious.
All right, let's find out what we're drinking. Glass number 1, number 33 in our pool, our favorite of the matchup.
Jack Daniel's 12-year
Whoa, this
batch 1.
wow. Okay.
We can't get this anymore.
No, it's out of production.
Well,
I think this drinks is 107 proof.
It's 107
I think it
proof.
drinks way higher than that.
I'd say we drink like 115.
I was thinking 120.
It did. The finish didn't last. Like this one, glass 2, the finish. I thought this was higher proof.
Good point.
But I would think that glass 1 was higher than 107.
What's glass number 2, number 34?
Old Forester President's Choice, number 66. And this is 110.3 proof. And this glass is thanks to Justin Williams.
Justin, thank you, man.
Yeah.
So this is older. This is 10 years, I think.
I thought it was older.
Wow.
But, what do I know? I'm just a whiskey social sipper. I don't know anything about anything.
Jack Daniel's taken down. I almost went 2 thumbs up. You can't get it for that price, though. You're going to pay.
That's unfortunate.
You're going
Yeah.
to pay $300 for that.
So if that is $300, the Jack Daniel's 12 batch 1, I personally would not pay $300 for that. However, it is very good, and if I were someone who placed whiskey in a higher priority than I do, I could see how people would pay $300 for it. I will not pay $300 for it, though.
And this is where your social sipper status comes into play so importantly for everybody watching, because if you're a real whiskey nerd, I think you should do whatever you can do to try Jack Daniel's 12-year batch 1 specifically at almost whatever the cost. I think you should try this whiskey. It's very good. It's very unique.
Almost whatever the cost without making you go in.
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in a bad position.
It's just whiskey, okay?
Yeah.
Don't put yourself in the red for this bottle. But
Yeah, no, don't.
if you see it in a restaurant, you see it in a bar, check to make sure it's batch 1, because batch 1 is distinctly different, more well aged than batch 2, even though they're the same age. It has a more rounded, robust profile to it.
It does. I can concur.
And it is a little drying, so you may not like that, but it's definitely worth checking out. I think every whiskey nerd should try this whiskey at some point in their journey. Whereas the Old Forester President's Choice is a hard to get bottle as well. So way more hard to get and way more money on secondary as well. So if you can get one, it's really good, but if you can't get one, I would just shoot towards Jack Daniel's. Brown-Forman makes both of these.
Oh, okay.
They're both really hard to get bottles. This matchup is in our pool specifically to see which one is the better one to hunt for. Too hard to get bottles. We got to keep ourselves on our toes.
If you're going to hunt, and I'm not hunting, but if you're going to hunt, I would hunt for the Jack Daniel's 12 batch 1.
Yeah.
Personally speaking.
These are both special bottles. Without knowing what they were, did they feel special to you?
Yeah. This first one definitely felt special, and then the finish on the second one made me think this was special.
As much as we do blind tastings, as many times as we pair something allocated versus something available, special whiskey does special whiskey things, and these both do special whiskey things in their own way.
Yeah.
So this is a very difficult experience to get on the shelf unless you're willing to go up to something like an Elijah Craig Barrel Proof that's gonna really bring a lot of proof and a lot of punch to the equation. You don't really get what these offer without kind of stepping into that upper middle tier of some of the allocated, periodic releases.
Yeah.
So hopefully you thought this was insightful. If you did, subscribe to the channel.
Yeah.
We do this stuff all the time. You can also, down there in the video description below, find a link to our Patreon community. And through Patreon, you can get plugged into our Discord. And on our Discord, people are swapping samples all the time of things just like these and other various awesome bottles.
Yeah.
People are helping people find things all the time. Recently, there was a rash, an absolute epidemic of people helping other people find Bardstown Discovery 12 in other markets that did not sell that product. I'd say it's a problem, but it's not a problem at all.
It's not a problem. We have a great community.
It's not a bug,
and
it's a feature.
If you would like to be a part of a great community, definitely check out our Patreon, because we just host it. The people make it. And everyone in that community is awesome.
We release our barrel picks there too. I think we still have like 18 or 19 upcoming.
Oh my gosh.
For the rest of this year and into next year.
Gives me heart palpitations.
Lots of barrel picks coming. All kinds of stuff going on over there. Bonus content, additional live streams, tons of fun stuff. And you can get shirts like this one right here.
Yeah.
Over at stuffandwhiskey.com.
Has our logo.
I got the bat signal up.
Yeah.
The Glen signal.
The Glen signal.
The bourbon signal.
All right, y'all. That's it for today, yeah? Okay.
That's it.
Be good to each other, and until next time, cheers.
All right.
Those were delicious.
They were.
I appreciated both of them.
So,
but I really, really liked the Jack Daniels.
I thought the Jack Daniels kind of smelled and tasted very Old Forestery, which is interesting.
I thought it just tasted like goodness in my mouth.
It's real good.
It was yummy in my tummy.
It's brighter today than I'm used to it tasting.
I don't remember. Have I ever had this before?
Yeah, we have a bottle of it. Well, it's gone now.
Right, but we had a bottle, but that doesn't mean I drank it.
R.I.P. Jack Daniels 12-year batch 1. Aww. We have some batch 2 left, and it's good. But
May it rest in peace.
It's not as good as batch 1.
This has opened up. This smells good.
It is really good.
The Old Forester. It smells nice.
It ain't that Jack Daniels batch 1 though. Jack is killing it. That's a fact, Jack.
Oh my gosh.
Do you still love me?
What am I going to do?